Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Tuesday, the 8th of November 2022. So as midterm looms, stocks rally, everything else drops. Well, no surprise there, is that we've seen that for the last few weeks. Equity rebound continues on China reopening optimism ahead of the midterms and CPI, which is out tomorrow, I think. US stocks gained amid China reopening rumours ahead of US midterm elections as well. So it looks like in the midterms, not that this is a political forum, but they're going to get trounced. That is the Democrats, of course, likely to lose the House of Representatives and 12 or more seats in the Senate, but we'll just have to wait and see. Sell side getting very trading buy bullish, and fear continues to implode. Like I say, I'm looking forward to the market's reaction to the midterms, particularly if the Democrats lose the majority of the Senate, just to see what the market's reaction is going to be. But tomorrow, of course, we will have the CPI, won't we? Let's just see. Yeah. So we've got CPI tomorrow. That's going to overshadow whatever the election results are today. Well, they'll be out around about, I think it's about 3 a.m. before we get to see them. But the CPI is the focus for the economy this week. In the gold-silver ratio, still sideways after Friday's move to the downside, and then for Monday and overnight the market is sideways. So have a look at the markets for yesterday, and again we see prices continuing to move to the upside. So kicking off with the Dow, it's a very interesting picture here actually, because we've got the momentum dropping off and we've traded back to the 89% retracement as well, which is an area where you could see a down move. Seen this so many times in the Dow where the market's come up, it's dropped and then started to rise, it's got to 89 or the previous high and then move lower. However, at the moment the markets are being pumped to the upside. And as it's November now, and the Santa rally, and it just seems that everything apart from the stock market is dropping, as it said in that headline, they're going to try and keep moving this to the upside. As we've seen before, the Dow has now put on to this high, just as a reminder, 4,449 points to the high of this day, which was the 2nd of November. Bit of a pullback there going on at the moment following the non-farm payrolls, and that which were obviously switched and then adjusted, and that brought the market back in the follow through yesterday. In the 30-minute chart, well, it was up and away as the market opened. We had 30 minutes on the downside, and then the Dow continued to the upside. Today's high needs to be taken out, so we're sitting at yesterday's close for the Dow. You can see the same pattern there. We're still getting the rising lows, apart from, like I say, with the non-farm payrolls and last week's interest rate rise. It's just been constant rising lows in this market, along with the DAX, which we'll have a look at now. And in the DAX, we hit the 13,571 yesterday. We traded through it and up to 13,600, which is where the 200 MA is, and that's given the market a bit of grief at the moment. Lagarde was out yesterday morning, and that was all was required. If you look at the 5-minute chart, to send the market to the upside. We were oversold, we're sitting on support, we've got demand, we've got the crossover, and we've got the volume then supporting the move, and the market moving up 200 points in the first couple of hours, which you can see there. In the 30-minute chart, you'll get a clearer look at the size of the move there from double bottom from the futures markets at 7 a.m. the market lower, and then straight up pull back during the afternoon when the Dow opened, and then following through back with the Dow overnight. At the moment we're sitting at the close. The high is in the crosshairs, which you can see there, 13,614. Like I say, watch this high because it's very important, as it's the 200 MA in the daily at the moment, and it needs to trade through there. But overnight you can see that we're finding support already, small uptick, and we're oversold. And we've got some divergence as well. We've got the 50 MA and the DP, and at the moment sitting on the close, ready to make an assault back on that high. In the S&P, looking weaker than the Dow and the DAX, only up to the 50 EMA, just 50% retracement from here back, and down on the overnight as well, which you can see there. So a bit of weakness around for the broader market. Up yesterday to the 200 MA. Amazing how this stops prices. And you can see that we pulled back there and then, pull back to the 200 MA, down again, and then moved higher when we had the official open of the S&P at 230. In the FTSE 100, 200 MA is also stopping this, along with the 78% retracement. The stochastics have crossed over, and we're down yesterday and slightly on the overnight as well. Watch the 5-bar moving average in the daily chart. So from here up to here, we're also sitting on the 38% fib as well. In the 30-minute chart, we shot up. We didn't maintain it like the DAX, but then Lagarde was out spouting a nonsense to try and pump the markets. I think that was the third straight day she's been out trying to drive prices higher. But overnight, the S&P down to yesterday's low, just retraced to there and now bouncing off it. Long way off the high for yesterday for the S&P, for the FTSE at the moment. And in the currencies, yesterday, strong move to the upside in both the GBP JPY and the GBP USD. You can see there above the 20-bar moving average, needs to hold above there at the moment. You'll see the big move in the daily chart, in the 30-minute chart, coming off the support there, straight up, and then trading sideways. And this time, on this occasion, we've got support from the 200 MA before the market then moves higher as the dollar moved lower during its afternoon session. In the USD, you can see there we've had a bit of a retracement. How far has the pound come back? Well, let's just have a look. Came back to 78% for yesterday, right on the button, and overnight prices down slightly. We've got the 50 EMA and the 20, the 5 in the way there on the downside if the market does move lower. But again, you can see off the DP yesterday, we were oversold, 50 EMA, and got your volume there. Market straight through the 200 MA, managed to get through this and through Friday's high with another bar driving through, then sat sideways. Dollar opened, dollar index that is, and then the market continued to move higher. I've got a retracement there of 89% with it being overbought and the market's pulled back and now is oversold. 50 EMA, DP, an area of support for this market. And in the dollar, down again yesterday, back to 78.89 where it's finding a bit of support. The midterms are going to be having an effect on the US dollar. If the Republicans don't get as many seats, then it's going to be moved back to the upside. Again, we'll have to wait until this time tomorrow to see what the results of that are going to be. In the 30-minute chart yesterday, we see the market moving lower again, sideways, and then another dip down to Monday's low, and the market bouncing off this at the moment. It's got the DP as resistance along with the 50 EMA and the BRN there as well. Meanwhile, the metals, another update for silver, but stuck at that 89%. We're down on the overnight already. So again, that 89% after a significant move playing a part. You can see the selling coming into the market in the smaller time frame at this area, also overbought with prices then moving back there to the 50 level at the moment, where the market's found a bit of buying coming in. It's overbought. Stochastics are crossed over at that psychological level. Needs to take out the 50, the 20 DP close and the resistance, and Friday's high to get anywhere near Monday's high at 21.02. So 21 is the target really at the moment, where the selling's coming into the silver market. Meanwhile, in gold, also struggling, but with the 50 EMA market down on the overnight. Tiny bar for yesterday. Here's the activity for the gold market. This too up, going back to Friday's high before the selling came in, and then making its way down to Monday's low, where it's seeing some buying coming in and oversold at the moment. And there we go. There's a quick whistle-stop tour of the markets, what's going on. And we'll have to just wait and see, but I should imagine they're going to continue to try and pump these markets to the upside. It's ignoring all of the news, and that's been seen by the news item here. Sell side getting very trading buy bullish as fear disappears, and also here where midterms, Loom and stock rally, everything else drops. Okay, that will do it for this one. Let's see what happens today, this evening and overnight, and we'll report on it in the morning. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next.